Hit that. Hit this.
Party people. Cheesy. Unique.
Let me get in the camera shot.
Yo.
Oh, what's up? Yo, it's Unique and Cheese.
Here we go.
It's Unique and Cheese.
Let's start the show.
It's Unique and Cheese.
Here we go.
It's Unique and Cheese. Let's start the show. Ha!
That was cool, right?
That was cool. It is the Unique and Cheese Show. My name is DJ Unique.
And I'm Cheese.
We got a special guest in the building. Hello, Miss Agnes.
Agnes.
Is it just Agnes is her first and last name, or just Agnes?
Agnes is cool.
Agnes is cool. All right,
Yeah.
Here we go. Speaking to the microphone there. There we go. I'm gonna put some jazz music on. We play jazz music in the background here.
Ooh, that's not jazz.
There we go. It is jazz.
It is jazz.
Is this jazz?
You're a waste of a person.
Ooh, that's terrible. I thank God my mom's built self-esteem in my heart.
She didn't do a good job because you whine every week about how you ain't got no self-esteem.
Because that's a joke. Don't take everything I say literal.
I don't take anything you say literal.
What about your hat? It's falling asleep.
I need my effects thing again. Wah, wah, wah. I need the bag. Anyway, joining us today, Miss Agnes. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and good night.
That's everything.
That's everything.
Got it
How are you?
covered. Good.
That's
Yeah.
good. The closer you get to the mic, the louder you get picked up.
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay.
He likes to tell people
Maybe
what
if
to
you
do.
want to scoot, if they don't know,
Yeah,
especially
no,
you.
yeah.
I'm still telling you
you're
what to
talking,
do.
You're talking really close to the mic.
That's what you're supposed to do.
He like his mouth on that mic. For
This
some
what you.
reason.
This what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be on the microphone. There you
Okay.
go. See how you can hear yourself better?
Yeah.
See, the closer
Cool.
you get, the more you can hear yourself.
Okay.
So if
Great.
you scooted your
She
chair,
like that, too. She like, I hear myself. Ah.
if you scooted your chair up just a little bit more, okay.
See, he wants to
It's
tell you.
just really close to the mic.
That's what you're
Okay.
supposed to be. Is really close to the
Okay.
mic.
Great.
Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today.
Empowerment.
Yeah, thanks for having me here.
No problem. I just learned that you're a journalist.
Yep.
I think that's amazing.
Yep.
Cheese sent me some of your stories yesterday, and I was
Yeah.
scrolling through a few of them, and you're a very good writer.
Thank you.
Did you go to school for writing? And
Yeah, I did. I took journalism and political science in college, and then before that, I was kind of debating if I even wanted to do that. I was thinking I'd work for the government.
work for the government?
Yeah.
In what aspect?
I wasn't sure. That's why I took political science. But then I decided to do journalism because I've always loved to write. That's something I've done since I was younger, and I journaled. I've been journaling my whole life, so I thought, I guess it was just something that I was able to. I figured out I could make a career out of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you share your work while you were growing up, or was it things you just wrote for yourself?
No, most of it was stuff I wrote for myself. Yeah, but as far as like interviewing people, that didn't really come in until I got to college. Yeah.
Were you a part of the journal crew, or I don't know? Were you a journalist in college also?
Yeah, so I got onto the school paper. I did community college first, and I was a staff writer. Then I moved up to become a features editor for a little bit, and I was copy editor. And then I joined the staff when I transferred out to university as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
What university did you go to?
I went to Cal State Northridge.
Oh, turn up.
Yeah, good school.
Yeah. He's lived down the street from there.
right?
Yeah, CSUN.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's lived down the street from there. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Okay,
Yeah.
so was it like when did you know? Like when did you wake up in the morning like, God damn it, I'ma write like all the time now, like I'm gonna do this in school, in class, for life. Like when did that hit you?
I had a feeling this question was going to come up, and I was thinking about it, and I don't know if I could pinpoint a time when I woke up and I was like, this is what I was going to do, because even when I transferred out, I had only declared political science as a major, but then I wanted to join the school newspaper, and I couldn't do that unless I studied journalism.
Got you.
And then funny enough, even after college, I thought maybe I want to go into transportation planning.
Interesting.
But after I took some time off to do that, I interned at a company that helped with a project involving Metro. I really missed writing, so I went back to it. Yeah, so it's been a long process. It's kind of been not a straight line.
When
Yeah.
did you realize, or have you realized that you're good, or does that happen for you? Because I know like MCs and rappers or DJs or entertainers, like you got to get to a point where you feel confident, like, okay, I'm pretty good at this. Like, do you feel that?
You know, I don't know if I feel that. I just feel like I'm willing to go out there, and my priority is really to just tell stories for people who I focus a lot. So my focus for journalism is really on communities of color, and specifically the Asian American community. And those stories are not really highlighted if you look at mainstream media.
Yeah.
But so my I think in my heart it's really just to tell those stories, and maybe it just comes out good. I mean, the stories go through editing, so they turn out great, I think.
Yeah.
So I'm really thankful for editors. But my priority is really just to make sure I could tell the stories the best way to convey what these communities are experiencing and going through.
Now that's beautiful. But do you ever read your stuff and be like, God damn, girl, that's me right there? Like, I wrote that shit right here. Like,
I did that once for, there was an article, and I think this is one of the ones I sent you, was for the Me Too
I saw that one, yes.
So it focused on the Me Too movement and how communities of color have been fighting sexual assault and all that.
That was so sad to read all that. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible what's going on out here.
How people didn't even notice that they were being what was the word?
Abused,
and it was a crime.
Yeah,
that was amazing. Like, wow, these people didn't even know that harm was happening to them.
That was terrible in the colors, and also people in relationships like not even know that you're being abused in your inner relationship.
Yes.
I was like, God damn, like, woo.
So it happens in those situations.
And then one thing, I think one part that you was writing about, I forgot the young lady name, but she was saying that her family was telling her basically like, okay, when you meet a man, you get married, this is what's going to happen. They're going to cheat on you.
I wanted to cry.
Hurt you. And I'm like, and so she was preparing her life like this.
That's sad.
It's like, oh my goodness.
So I got a question, because it sucks that is a reality. But do you think it becomes more of reality when they start telling you this is what's going to happen to you? It's almost like they're speaking it into existence for that person instead of preparing them to be like, hey, these are the signs to watch out for to make sure that you don't get in a relationship with this kind of man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
I don't think they were like unconsciously not thinking that they were doing more harm than positive to prepare her, like what you were saying, like, hey, these are the signs, right? The red flags or what have you, you know, so. Yeah, I know they didn't mean any harm by telling them, but that sucks that's a reality. Terrible.
Like,
like when you have sessions, like the writing sessions, when you're interviewing these people, like is a lot of breakdown moments and, you know, I don't know, people coming to tears and coming to realizations and all kinds of different things just by telling their story? Yeah,
so for those kind of stories, because I've done a few stories where it touches on these kind of issues. It's fortunately, what I'll do is I'll reach out to an organization that works with people who have been affected by these things, and they usually have people that they know who are willing to come forward and talk about it. But obviously talking about it again, it's like reliving your trauma. So obviously, like, you want to, you know, I try to be sensitive about when I talk to them about this, because I know you're talking about what happened to you. You got raped or whatever, and that's not easy to talk about.
But isn't that therapy also, though? They like kind of get it out also again, like to talk about it
over and over again, though? You know what I'm saying?
I guess so.
Especially like maybe if you went through therapy and you feel like you've gotten all of it out, I wouldn't want to relive something like that every time I tell that story. But how powerful it is, though, to have to do that, to tell other people like, yo, that's not right, and you know, these are the things to watch out for, and man, men are monsters.
We're terrible people. I had a question for you. Like about the editing. Like, have you ever read something and you read it because they edited or what have you, and you was like, I didn't say that, or
that's not what I meant,
or something to that extent?
So usually in the editing process, there's it comes back and forth. So they'll send the editors will go over what I've written, and if they'll send it back to me, and if there's something where I think they've changed the meaning, I can always go back and tell them, this changes the meaning of it. But otherwise, most of the time, it's just, sometimes it'll have to be restructured. But they're pretty good about keeping my voice the way it is.
Most definitely. All right, I thought about that, so cool.
Good question.
I do find that there isn't a lot of voices for the Asian community, even though it's a very large community in most of the cities and towns across the states. We had a guest on here not too long ago, and we were talking about Andrew Yang running for president, and he was talking to his white counterparts, his wealthy white counterparts. And they said how they liked him as a person, but they're not going to vote for him just because he's Asian. Now, do you come across a lot of situations like that where not only that, but okay, so I used to DJ for this pop group, and it was 5 Asian girls from different Asian countries, all brought together to be one group. I thought they were uber talented, and the tour that we did, it got very good reception. But for some strange reason, it's very difficult to break an Asian artist in America. So even with Andrew Yang as a politician, it's hard to break an Asian politician in America. It's like, what do you think the stigma is that America has against Asian people, that they just won't celebrate them to a certain extent?
So you're talking about Andrew Yang specifically?
Andrew Yang specifically at first.
I think it's because, we don't really see that many Asian Americans in public office. I mean, I think this year, or when was the last election, we have like a record high number of Asian Americans in office, but you don't typically think, oh, Asian people, they're going to be president, right? Because usually you think of them as, it's just the stereotypical, like they'll go work, or they'll be doctors or lawyers or whatever, these careers where there's financial stability. So I think, coming to see someone as an Asian president, like you don't, I mean, is that something you really think about? Do you think like of an Asian person being president?
Once President Obama got in office, it showed me, I don't know if people think like I do, like anyone can become president, right? Because he opened the door for all of these different nationalities, different creative people all across the world. That's just my thoughts. How you feel, Quay?
I don't see it as an Asian president. You know what I'm saying? Even though I know Obama was the first black president, blah, blah, blah. You're just the president to me.
Yeah.
Same way for an Asian guy. If he was the president, you're just the president to me. You know what I'm saying? So when people say I don't see color, to a certain extent, I don't. I just see people that need to do their job. So just do your job. So I would vote for Andrew Yang, not based on his ethnicity, just based on what his philosophy, his policies are, which would, for every candidate, that's what it should be about.
I think so.
Of course, most definitely.
Who is it? What's his name? Bill Burr. On his stand-up, he talked about all the women was going to vote for a lady president just because she's a female. It's like, you don't even know what her policies are. You're just going to vote for her because you guys have the same vaginal parts and shit. It's like, that's stupid. That is stupid. What if she was awful? What if the first person they wanted to put into office as a female president was an awful human being, but everybody just voted for her because she's a woman? That's stupid.
But at the same time, you got to think about America, though, what it's built on. How many American people vote for a person because of their white? You know what I mean? Even though like 99%, 100% almost became president, everybody were white. But so when they vote for someone that looks Asian or this, they doing the same thing though, right?
People can do that. I'm just saying that it's dumb. It's dumb for anybody to do that.
But people do it though.
Because the first time Obama ran, I voted for him because he was black. I didn't really know Obama like that, but I voted for him because he was black. It's like, oh shit, let's make it happen. But the second time, no, I didn't vote for him the second time. I was like, this is stupid. It's the same old bullshit from a politician. I'm good. But the first time I got caught up in the hype of it all, and then but the second time I was like, nah, I'm good.
You're honest about that.
Well, I don't give a shit.
A lot of people wouldn't be honest.
I'm
trying
to find what the comedian's name was. I just watched this comedy on Netflix. And this here he is, Ronnie Chang.
Oh, I just watched that this week too.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
I thought he was funny.
I think it's great because he like has that outside perspective.
Yes.
Since he's not from America.
Yes. So did you see Crazy Rich Asians?
Yeah, I did.
There was one of the cousins who was very ignorant and very straightforward the way he talked.
Yeah.
He's also on Trevor Noah's show. He's come up a couple times.
Okay, I think I know.
Ronnie Chang. Yeah. So I didn't know that was his personality. Like really.
Yeah.
I mean, he does doctor it up a little bit for stage.
Of course.
But that's how he was. He's very direct, but it was very funny. Yeah. And he talked about if we had an Asian president, they would just get the job done. All we would do is work. He's like, he think the Asian president would be the best president. He said they don't take no days off. Yeah. All we do is work. We just want it to work. That's it. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
That does, man.
Yeah. And it was funny. So Ronnie Chang, Asian comedian destroys America. Check that out. It's on Netflix. I thought it was funny. Check it out.
Okay.
Was you gonna say something? I thought you was about to say something.
I was, but I lost my train of thought and all that good stuff.
Oh,
looking at your crooked hat.
So with this, with the whole Me Too movement and everything, or even as a journalist, do you find that you're passionately behind the stories that people tell, or are you just kind of like a conduit? Like you tell me your story, I'll make it make sense, and I'll give it to the public, or is it like a passion towards like what people are telling you? Like, are you? Do you pick one side over the other, or is it just are you just telling the story?
Oh, well, I have to be obviously impartial, but I mean, I think for that kind of issue, like for that specific story, just knowing that these communities of color had been going through this kind of issue for decades, and then we only really, like, the mainstream only really highlighted it when it was white celebrities that came out to say that, oh, I've been assaulted. And it was just, I think it just made me more passionate about making sure, like, you guys have to know that Me Too, like, Tarana Burke came up with this more than a decade ago, this term, but we're only finding out about it because white celebrities came out and talked about it. So, but as far as, I mean, I think for me, it's just really just telling those stories, because you don't always hear about them. I didn't even realize how long they'd been fighting until I did all these interviews, and I interviewed probably a dozen sources, I think, for the story. And that really opened my eyes up. Like, this has been going on for so long, and these communities have suffered so much, but nobody started talking about it until a couple of years ago.
Because I know, even within my own family structure, I would never hear anybody talk about anything like this, even though it was probably happening, unfortunately, but no one was saying anything about it.
Yeah, I don't want to, say names, but in my family, I did know cases of, situations like that. And it was...
Was it like, if anybody ever tried to bring it up, was it like a shh, we don't talk about that kind of thing?
Definitely. Yeah. It was a lot of that, but you hear stuff, even me being young, I would hear it and...
Don't go over Uncle Charlie's house. Like, don't you go over there by yourself. Even though people would joke about shit like that for a long time, but that shit was real. Like, you better not go to Uncle Charlie's house by yourself.
Real. And my mom's was really strict on us and who we spend the night. The spend the night thing. We didn't do that.
Word.
Because of the different challenges that she had to go through in her personal life, and so.
Yeah, we only did that with cousins, like friends and shit.
No cousins,
no cousins, no nothing.
No nothing. Only grandma.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? She lived by herself. Can't be, you know what I mean?
Yikes.
It was strict. Yeah, it was really strict.
So what other matters have you found as a Asian American and also as a journalist that the Asian community has to have a bigger voice for?
Yeah, so another area that I've really covered was, or is still currently, is deportations within the Southeast Asian American community. Because
are they catching it like the Mexicans are catching it?
Yeah, you hear about it in the Latino community a lot, and it makes sense because that's a bigger portion of the population. But the Southeast Asian American community, I'm so fascinated by that because they're also being affected. There's, I think the last number I remember was about 16,000 Southeast Asian Americans who are facing, who have final orders of removal. So that means they're deportable.
Wow.
Yeah, and there's just been an uptick. I'm trying to remember the number. I think it was almost 300% of an increase of Southeast Asians that have been deported this year, or the most recent fiscal year, compared to the previous one.
Yikes.
So it's
300%.
It's gone up a lot under this administration.
Are they also targeting them for like crimes and stuff, or is it just people who are not documented to be here?
Yeah, so this becomes a little, it gets a little technical, but there are immigration laws that were passed in 1996 that that made mandatory deportation and things like that. So these communities, it's a really long story, but a lot of Southeast Asians, they're refugees. They come here from war-torn countries. So in Cambodia, a lot of them fled the Khmer Rouge. In Vietnam, they came on boats and to flee Vietnam after the war. And when they come here, they're resettled. A lot of times they're resettled in impoverished communities with no help. So if you're fleeing a war or being under the Khmer Rouge, you come here, you're resettled into a poor area, you don't speak English, and there's nobody really helping you. So you have to think about, well, what's that like? You have this trauma, and then you don't know you have to integrate into this society.
Yes.
And a lot of times, so I've interviewed a couple of ex-convicts who were facing deportation, and a lot of times they get involved in activities, that they get involved in gangs because they didn't have any guidance, or some people have gotten deported for possession of marijuana, whereas if you were a citizen, you would just, your sentence is not that harsh, you're not going to be deported anywhere. Right. So it is affecting the community a lot, and it's like it's a lot more because they fled their countries, came here, and then they're going to be deported back to the countries that they left so that they could have a better life.
Yeah. So, wow. That's unfortunate.
That's terrible.
Because people are put in a position where you have to do what you can to survive. I mean, because at the end of the day, we're animals, and that's what animals do. Animals do what it takes to survive. So when you don't have help and you're just doing what you can to survive, that's kind of fucked up. That it's like, you did that wrong. It's like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do?
Yeah, there was one guy interviewed who was deported. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but it was pretty recently. And he was deported for possession of, I think it was possession of marijuana or some sort of drug. But at the time that he did that, he told me it was because they were having a really hard time financially with his family. And so he just had to do that to
eat.
Yeah, to survive.
You gotta pay bills.
So, but now he's back. He's there in Cambodia, and he hates it.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yikes! Is it still like an ongoing? I don't know. Is it war going on there, or is it just poverty there? Like,
no. There's the conflict's finished maybe 1970s, 1980s.
Okay.
So that wrapped up then. But it's just they're third world countries.
Word.
So if you've been used to, like, one guy was from Wisconsin, so he loves the snow. He's lived here his whole life, and now he's back in Cambodia.
Yeah.
And there's no snow there. It's just total culture shock, because when was the last time he was ever there?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Like somewhere you just used to be in, and they say, well, you know what? Y'all got to go back to Africa.
Right?
Like, what the hell? Like,
and then you just get dropped off.
Right? And you just like, where do I go?
Yeah, exactly. What do I do?
How do I survive?
I don't speak this language.
Right?
I'm not from here.
That's crazy.
That sucks.
Man.
Yeah.
My question for you, Agnes, I was reading an article and it was talking about displacement for Asians or something to that extent. What can you explain, like, exactly what
was
is
that? Was that the
that?
one about housing displacement?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. So that was talking about, that was one of my more recent articles, and that was talking about how rising housing prices and economic displacement is affecting the Asian community. As we all know, rent is going up everywhere in the country. Definitely. And so that article took a look at how it's specifically affecting the Asian American community. And so there was some focus given on Asian American enclaves like Chinatown.
Yeah.
So one of the things I focused on in that article was Boston's Chinatown, where there's a lot of development sort of happening, and people aren't necessarily against gentrification if you have the community's input. But the thing is, if you're building luxury condos in Chinatown, that brings up the property value for everything else. But you also have these like low-income Chinese residents who are living there out of necessity because their doctors are there, their schools are there, and those are bilingual services. So a lot of people there don't even necessarily speak English very well, the Chinatown residents. And so if the housing prices go up enough and they can't afford it and they're displaced, then it's not as easy for as if you can speak English well, you can just go to a suburb outside and commute. But if you don't speak English, you have to come down to Chinatown to access your services. And if you're low income, maybe you don't have a car, maybe you have to take the bus, and it's just difficult. It affects their daily life.
So terrible, man. Like,
so who would be, I don't want to say somebody's to blame, because there's no one ever to actually blame, but for an area like, because they are developing Chinatown and it looks nice, but I know that there's communities within Chinatown that has to approve all that construction and stuff happening. So I would hope that the people who are making the decisions are looking out for the people who can't afford this area or work with us. Like, we have people here that's low income. For some of your apartment structures, can we have some of them be low income in the apartment structure and stuff like that too?
Isn't it by law though that when you do have a new development, like these luxury apartments, that they have to have like 4 or 5 low income, and by law, and they don't have to advertise it, right? But
I have to look. I don't know.
But they have to have it. But if you come in and say, "Hey, do you have low income?" They have to be honest and say yes, and then you apply, and then you go from there, right? Something to that extent.
Yeah, I think there's something.
Yeah,
when it comes
I would hope so.
Yeah.
That would suck.
But it's only like if it's like a big unit, like 80 units, and it's only 4. I mean, how many people is that helping though?
Yeah, right.
It's terrible.
Did you see Saturday Night Live last night with Eddie Murphy? Did you see it?
I saw it, but I was...
So this reminds me of Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, exactly. Now that one was funny.
Because he kept that apartment.
Yeah.
I didn't see the whole thing though.
Okay.
I gotta watch the second half.
Oh, so I can't ask you, how did you feel about the whole...
I like the scene where they did the family.
Yeah.
I thought that one was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
That one was good.
That one was cool. It was cool. But I was expecting... I'm not dissing, Eddie is Eddie. He already he can do whatever he wants at this point in his career. But I thought I was looking because they amped it up so much. It's like a Clippers and Laker game.
Word.
And on December on Christmas.
Yeah.
and then both of the star players get injured. like what happened, man? Like, you know.
Let me finish the second half. Let me finish the second half.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. Did you see it?
No.
Okay.
I didn't.
She's like, no, I read books.
I don't have cable.
Sorry.
I
was studying. This is why you ain't shit in life. You just watch TV. Get a book.
You're never gonna.
So anyway, did you have any more questions that you had written down there for Miss Agnes? This is my KPR voice.
You're funny.
KPR.
Can you
speak on like KPR?
On the Asian club? What was it? The organization that the writers. Am I saying it right?
The Asian Guild.
I'm not sure.
Which club? Oh, the LA Press Club.
Yeah, LA Press Club. I'm sorry, I can't.
Oh no, that's okay. Yeah. I mean, I mentioned to you in text that the story I wrote about the Me Too movement and the story that I wrote about, there was a story I wrote about mental health in the Asian American community.
Yes.
So those,
and the suicide rate. Ooh, we'll talk about that one too.
Yeah. So those two were nominated and then won third place for the LA Press Club Awards this year. And then there was another one I wrote about.
Can we clap for that?
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, can we applaud
Yeah,
that?
most definitely. Congratulations on that.
Who do you write for? Like when you submit your articles and you write, who is it? Who are you being submitted to? Like, who do you write for?
Oh, so primarily right now it's for NBC News Asian America.
Turn up.
Yeah.
All right.
Good job.
Turn up.
So that's
So
where
proud
it
of
goes.
you. And that's what I was saying when I was reading. Like, I see you all the time. I've been knowing you for a long time and never knew that this was what you were doing, you know. And I was so amazed of the articles that I was reading. I was like, I know her, right? Right? Made me feel important. So, you know, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Was y'all starting to talk about a story? Because I did want to talk about the mental health and the rising suicide rate in the Asian communities also.
So basically, I was one of the articles that you was talking about mental health about in the Asian community, how like families think that's a weakness and they don't discuss it or they don't really like touch on it. So
how crazy is that? That's like the same thing in the black community. Like
exactly. Me and Camille was talking about it this morning because I was reading it and I was like, Camille, come here, you know. And I was like, man,
what's this word? I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna slap you all in your face.
La 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 la.
You ain't gonna do me like that. Now you made me try to mess up my train of thought.
Anyway, I think that's very how crazy how similar communities that is, because in the African American community it's looked down upon to talk about your problems. It's mostly, hey, just figure it out and keep shit to yourself, and it bottles up and then you know,
it explodes.
and it explodes.
It's crazy how they say it's a sign of weakness.
Yes.
Your mental health, like. And how, like, I think it was this article that you was talking, this young lady, she was Asian, and she was saying how she didn't know how to express herself, and she was dealing with it at a young age. And
it's the one with the parents were arguing about the financial stuff. Was it her story?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It was her, and how she was saying that it kind of like when I guess she was in a relationship and it kind of smoothed out, and then once that relationship was over, she started finding more challenges of her dealing with like suicidal thoughts or different things like that, if I'm saying it right. And I thought it was like she couldn't even explain it to her moms because her moms would say, hey, you're being weak, you know. And you know, and so like the symptoms were like stomach aches, headaches, right? Like, and things like that. So that's okay to talk about if you had a stomach ache or you have a headache, but it was a part of mental health.
Right. It's tied. Your mental health and physical health are very tied together.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
would you like to expound on that a little bit more about the
I think mental health. I mean, I think it's just there's such a stigma attached to talking about mental health or even addressing mental health, and that's not just specifically for the Asian community. I think just in general, right? We don't want to talk about going to therapy or maybe I have a mental illness. And that is really unfortunate, again, because like it's tied to if you don't address it, you might get a stomach ache, you might get a headache, you might throw up. I have
that's an ulcer. Woo.
No, I know people who, because they're so emotionally, they didn't know what to do or how to cope with it, they throw up, and it's like that's crazy. So we do need to do something to
it's like Willie Beeman.
address it. But in the Asian American community, since I did write that article, like there's really like you don't want to talk about it because it's weakness. And if you go to a therapist or talk to somebody else about it, that's considered airing your dirty laundry. And you don't want to do that because then it makes you look weak and it affects how the family image.
Let me be racist real quick. You bring shame to your family.
Oh man.
Do a Filipino accent.
I don't know how you do that. You bring shame to your family?
I don't know.
You bring shame to your family. I don't know. I don't hang out with that many Filipino people.
Just too many Pacquiao.
You bring things to your family.
That sounds a little far back.
Is that racist?
Yes, it is. No, it's racial. I learned that. It's racial, not racist. I don't hate Filipino people. I just think it's funny. So it's racial, not racist.
Oh, look at you.
Turn up. I make fun of everybody. I don't give a damn.
I'm going to stay like this the whole interview.
You should. Oh, look at your little pecs.
What?
Your pecs.
Pecs is not that. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse
That's
you.
English. You got pecs.
Oh,
2 pecs.
okay.
1 peck, 2 peck. Peck.
Be clear. Clarify it. Okay, we just went to the Filipino accent then to say peck.
Sorry.
Come on, brother.
I want to put my peck
That's
in
like,
your peck.
Look at your titi. Like, come on, man. Like, oh, that's English.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
It's
You don't have it, so don't worry about it.
It's chaji in Korean.
Who?
Chaji.
That sounds like a good dessert.
Chaji.
Give me some taji.
Chaji. That's the first thing I learned in Korean, unfortunately.
That's sad.
It is.
And I wouldn't know
I ain't learned
that.
shit since.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
You learn more.
I
You
did.
learning.
I
Yeah.
did.
Give us something else.
Bopo chaji. That means kiss penis.
She's so uncomfortable and I am too. You ready to go?
You asked me what I knew. That's what I know.
But you went learning though.
I know.
Come on.
Okay.
Thank you. That's
Sure. I find that in the Korean community that it's suicides are very high too, especially like with entertainers and stuff like that too.
Oh yeah.
I can imagine the behind the scenes pressure that they go through.
Yeah.
Because this is what I find out about the Asian community though. Like y'all will ridicule each other to like the smallest decimal of a shit. So how any of y'all don't make it, I mean how any of y'all make it without committing suicide is like a majesty. Because if you gain a little bit of weight, you fat. Why you so fat? It's like whoa.
Yeah.
I've never met more honest people
ugly.
than a mature Asian woman. I have never met a more honest human being on earth. Oh, you so fat. Why you so fat? Oh, you so ugly. Why you so ugly? It's like, you make money? You give me the money. I'm like, whoa. Jeez, where's the filter, lady?
Yeah, no filter.
There's no filters. Oh my gosh.
The Filipino culture is like
They're like that too?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like that.
They be straight up. You be like, really?
Really? Yeah.
You gonna
Yeah.
You gonna say that?
For my family, I'm just,
like,
you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to
your
come over and
house
get something
is
to eat.
dirty. They
And
be
they're
like,
you need to clean out your house. Why it's so messy? Oh, you're so dirty. Yeah. It's crucial.
clean your toilet. Like your toilet have
So
crumbs.
sometimes I find like they could dish it, but they can't take it.
Oh.
Like, and that's I think that's where I don't know, a lot of the mental
Isn't that
abuse
just the
come
human
in.
people, the human race?
A lot of them,
Yeah,
yeah.
just-
you know how I find that with, and it really bothers me a lot.
What?
Rappers.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Rappers talk about everybody, use everybody for a
Yeah.
punchline, but as soon as
Soon
somebody
as-
say
oh,
something,
they
like,
so
yo, keep my
sensitive.
name out your mouth, keep my
Yeah.
name out your mouth. You be like, what?
Like, why you so
Shut up, man.
sensitive,
That-
dude?
That is the most
just
sensitive.
talked about, you
Yeah,
know?
they talk about everybody,
Yeah.
and as soon as
I
they
see
say one
that
little
too.
thing,
Right.
then he start crying about it. I'm like, man, y'all, shut up.
You right.
Shut up, rappers.
Now they gonna come after you.
I don't know. Like,
That nobody.
you see Blueface going at Lil Duval.
Yeah, I thought that
It's so
was
stupid.
Not,
It's
what
so
was that about?
It's like first of all, Blueface, just because you are a rapper, that don't mean you can rap. You know what I'm saying? It's the truth.
I didn't say it, bro.
Really, you gonna stand behind him and say he's dope? That nigga ain't dope. Are you kidding me? He don't even rap on beat. What kind of shit? Like,
But
what kind of shit?
He honestly said he don't even not respect hip hop, but he don't even care about it.
It's obvious.
Yeah.
It's obvious
Yeah,
he don't.
says that.
So for him to have an opinion and tell somebody that they can't be in any type of profession,
True.
people can do whatever the hell they
Yeah,
want to
they
do.
can.
If Lil Duval want to make music, let him make music. If Shiggy want to make music, let him make music.
So
Nigga, nobody asked you.
Is he trying to make music though? Really?
Who? Lil Duval?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard his new Christmas song?
No.
He got a song called Christmas Tree. Hold on.
I know Black
He got a
Man
song
Don't
called
Cheat.
Yeah, that one was
I
good.
didn't even know that was a
He
real
had the
song.
Living My Best Life.
I didn't know that was
I ain't
real.
going back and forth.
Bro,
Yeah, it's a real song.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
what Snoop, right?
Yes.
I didn't know that was him doing that.
That's Lil Duval's song.
Oh, wow.
So I mean, I'm just saying, if anybody wants to do anything they want to do, they can do whatever they want to do. It's like you don't gotta ask people permission. No. And for people to listen to celebrities,
Eddie Murphy came out with an album and it did pretty well. If you want to ask me, with Rick James.
Hold on, let me get past this commercial real quick. We're gonna check out just a little bit of Lil Duval, Christmas Trees. I thought the song was pretty good.
Pretty good.
I thought it was pretty good.
Let's hear it.
All right, we'll get past this. It's like a talent contest and all this blah, blah, blah.
Okay, cool. Give it up for my man, Mr. B.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't like all this silly shit. Just play the goddamn song. All right, Glendale Library with your Wi-Fi.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
My name is Pretty Boy.
I thought that was going to be like, I'm Malcolm X.
He got, I am Malcolm X. I love that part.
Trying to find something.
Oh, that's good.
Yes. Yes. How you hating?
You like it?
It's just a Christmas song.
But honestly, I just need you with me. You can give.
It's called Christmas Trees by Lil Duval. He's got about 540-some thousand views on it. He got about 31,000 likes and only like 516 dislikes. I think people like this.
Yeah.
I think this means, yo, Blueface, shut the fuck up. Like,
can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Who is the people that be disliking stuff? Like, I'll be seeing stuff like God will post something and they be like, it'd be like 10 dislikes.
It'd be Jesus holding a lamb, feeding a baby. They'd be like, nope, I hate it.
Who is doing that? They do it just to do it. I think.
They do it just to do it.
Yeah, like, come on,
I think there's professional trolls. They just sit out there and troll everything.
Dude.
Oh, goofy asses. You gotta go at 2:00.
Yeah.
You got 2 minutes. Then anything you want to wrap up? You want to let the people know where they can find you, social media, anything like that, where they can read your articles, where they can vote for your articles, so you can win.
And the thing I wanted to ask you also, what is your next thing that you're trying to write or you want to do in the next year?
Ooh, there is a story project that I've been looking at. I tried to do it this year, but it was a little difficult. I wanted to do something about cultural focused like rehab programs in prisons.
Okay.
And it's been a little difficult to get through, to get approval to interview people. Mm-hmm. But that's something I'm hoping that I'll be able to do in 2020.
Is that in general or just in the Asian community?
It depends on what the editors want, but I offered like either focus on the Asian American community or also open it up to African American community and also Latino groups. I did find a I think it was Black Prisoners Caucus in Washington State that I was interested in interviewing, but it's kind of hard to get through to do those things. Sometimes, I mean, they need to approve, and of course, like getting the program publicized. I think understandably, like why they would be concerned. But that's something I really want to do. So
I would love to read that.
Pray for me.
Most definitely. I would love to read that.
Yeah.
But so we wrapping it up for Agnes.
I'm trying to find. I just saw a documentary not too long ago. I think it's in the Philippines. The prison there, and they kind of do rehabilitation through dance.
Yeah, with Michael Jackson and stuff like that.
They did the Michael Jackson stuff like that too. Yeah. Oh, that looks so cool.
You think they force them to do that too?
But they want to do that because it's changing all their lives. Yeah. It's giving them meaning, to live and all kinds of shit like that. So it's actually a beautiful thing. I want to find out. Yeah. Oh man. But there's a prison documentary on the on this. Yeah, it's a prison in the Philippines.
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, there's one on YouTube, but then it's also on Netflix.
Could you imagine doing that in the prison in LA?
Shut up, Christina Aguilera.
And it'd be a real gangster that don't want to dance. I don't want to dance, cuz. He's like Thriller. And he be throwing up his hood.
Have you ever seen them do it?
No. No, send it to me.
When you have a chance, watch it. It's beautiful what they do because these are like people who are, you know what I'm saying? When people think they don't have nothing to live for, I think it's always good to give them something to live for. And this mayor, he used to be the prison, he used to be a prisoner. Now he's the warden at the prison. Now, you know what I'm saying? So he gets the respect from the prisoners because he respects them because he used to be one of them.
Wow.
And then the way that they run it now, and he works with the mayor and all that shit of that place, like it's dope. Yeah. I'll find the name of it and I'll send it to you. Something to check out for the future.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Agnes, we thank you so much for hanging out with us for the short time that you could hang out.
Yeah.
Maybe next time you can hang out a little bit longer. Yeah. We could do our nails and shit, I guess.
I'll do my nails.
No, I just saw the nail polish remover.
Oh, yeah. So. I need to take them off.
What's wrong with them?
Oh, I had like these fake ones on, so I had to take them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
joining us.
Agnes. We appreciate it.
We're going to keep going as you leave.
Okay.
So.
Yes.
Okay, great. So you'll hear the door open, but that's okay.
That's okay.
All right, cool.
You're good.
Cool. Thanks.
Safe travels.
So quiet.
Don't forget to validate your parking downstairs
Yeah, I
also.
do that. Wow, it's a lot more quiet without these headphones.
Right?
So, DJ Unique,
Cheesy Weezy.
what is going on, my brother?
Oh, man, because I want to talk to you about like Amy Wong and all that shit too. When we have more time. Yeah.
I'll come back on.
Word.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah.
Tiddlywinks, 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 and Jews. What does that mean? That's
It's
racist.
just my
too.
language. It's my own
I
language.
do think that's funny though. Like people,
What's that?
I don't think it's because you're like if you like do an accent or something like that in somebody's culture, some shit like that. I don't think that's making fun of. You know what I'm saying?
I told you about my barber, right? I had for a couple of years. He was Jamaican, and he be just talking to me, and he asked me something, and I end up saying it, and then, hey, yeah, man. I know he don't say nothing.
How could you not though?
Yeah, and I don't mean to say it. I'll be like, yeah, man, yeah, I was there the other day. I know you're like, if you don't knock that shit off.
It's hard not to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like a parrot, kind of in a sense. Especially if I hear something, I would say take it as a compliment.
Yeah,
I'm only doing it because I like it. Like you know what I'm saying? I think it's cool.
You met somebody and they move their head like this, and you just
start doing it too. Yeah.
Like, you be like, my bad, dude.
I'm a bit of a pirate.
Yeah.
I'm a pirate. All right,
It
man.
wasn't a
You know
lot
what? I tried to look up some news.
I
You
could
know,
not-
y'all know we do like the current events and shit like that. The only thing that flooded the whole shit was the impeachment thing.
that's it.
And even that felt like a stupid ass waste of time because it's
Yeah.
like we're gonna impeach Trump. You're impeached. But that's like just now he has it on his record. You know how much dumb shit he has on his record?
He don't care,
bankruptcies,
yeah.
all this other bullshit. He don't care.
They give him more fuel to
You know what
be
I'm saying?
stronger.
You're just making him more
Yeah.
and more popular.
Yeah, they don't get it. And I'm looking at this. I was explaining this morning to Camille like I don't know. They need to back somebody and just push them.
Yeah.
Because they're just bickering amongst each other
Yeah.
and they just giving him more fuel with this impeachment thing and it's just I see that he's gonna end up winning.
He's gonna end up winning again.
Yeah, and then what?
What I find is that I think they're all weak.
Was that hair?
I don't know what that was.
You
Like a little
sure?
pube.
What'd you be doing to that mic? Can we trade mic? But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, but 'cause I haven't even watched any. I think I watched maybe one of the Democratic debates or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's almost like just watching children bicker at each other and shit. Be like, man, nigga, y'all grown ups. And look how y'all acting. Look how y'all talking. Like nobody got a plan, like a plan. You know what I'm saying? People got some ideas that they think are good, but nobody got like a plan. Like, yo, day one, son. Day one. As soon as I get in that motherfucker, son, I'm signing this. I'm writing all that. It's going down.
Yeah.
None of that. And they all look crazy as hell. I hope Joe Biden don't win. He looks crazy as hell.
I don't
He
want
look crazy
him
as
to
hell.
win. He's just
I think even
same
Barack
old
Obama
stuff,
was like,
yeah.
Joe, I think you should probably sit your white ass down. I can't do Obama.
Yeah.
Do you have an Obama impression?
No.
Do you have any impressions?
My mama.
Oh, let me see your mama.
James.
That sounded like Teddy Riley. Oh, James.
Mm-mm.
You didn't sound like Teddy's jam?
No.
Turn up.
No.
Even when I went to the, 'cause one of the things I go to Google News all the time to see what's happening on Earths.
Yeah.
And
It was a Tupac sighting
where they see him at?
at a Starbucks.
What they see him? What was he drinking?
A caramel frappuccino.
Ooh.
With extra whipped cream.
Ooh. Holy shit. In Virginia, there was a 63 car pileup. What the fuck?
Whoa.
That's a lot of cars.
That's too many cars.
That's a lot of cars.
How many?
63.
63. After the sixth, like
After the third
yeah,
one.
you be like, hey, I'm gonna go this way. They
Hold on.
like the cartoon.
Let
Bang,
me pull
bang,
this up.
bang.
Look at all these
Come
goddamn.
on,
This
man.
is stupid.
And they all on top of each other.
They all behind each
And
other.
it's a
son.
red bug on top.
What is this? What is this shit? What is that? That just looked ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Come on, Virginia. Virginia's the home of lovers. I'm from Virginia. They the home of the lovers.
It's cold out there right now.
It's cold.
It snows there too, right?
It snows there. I like to say that they get all 4 seasons.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you know for real?
No. He lived in
What
a
about
different
Missy?
place. Nope. They all lived in the same different area where I lived at. Who's America's Dad Now?
Yeah,
that
was your boy.
What didn't you like about it?
I'm not saying I did not like it.
It just wasn't as good as.
You remember how Dave Chappelle, how they put that, like they was on, and I'm not trying to compare anything like that because I love Eddie Murphy. He still, it doesn't take from him. Mm-hmm. But it didn't give me that same enjoyment like.
I feel you.
Dave Chappelle was from the beginning to the end. Some of the skits when he did the what is it, the Ote, who was that, Buckwheat. I was just like,
Ote. It was all right.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I was like, and then he did the one thing with the old pimp-ish type of guy at the game show. I was just like,
I didn't see that one yet.
It's like, I don't want to go dig in on my boy Eddie, but you know what I'm saying? I was.
It was.
Your girl got off though.
Who?
SZA. What's the?
Oh,
the
Lizzo.
Girl? Yeah.
She's a great performer.
No, she was dope.
Don't get it twisted. Lizzo's a great. The Big Bang
girls was like killing it, dude. They was like
on all the award shows and shit that she's on. Lizzo's a great performer.
She turned around because I was like, oh, she looked nice on this one, and she turned around. And then all hell broke out. Literally, her ass. I was like, I thought of you. I was like, there she go.
But for me, that's allowed because she's on stage, and that's your part of your act. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just want to see that shit at the grocery store.
She's talented.
She's dope as fuck.
She's so dope.
Her pen game nice. Her voice is nice. Her performance is nice.
I
She's
wasn't
dope.
even on her. Like Camille was like.
Check her album though. Her album's good though. Yeah.
Word?
If it's like. I don't know, if it's like 13 songs on the album, I at least love 12.
No way.
It was only like maybe one. I still listen to it, but I was like maybe.
She raps more or sings more?
No, she sings.
Oh, she sings. So it's not like how Missy Elliott.
No,
like,
she sings.
Yeah.
She got a song with Missy too. That shit dope.
No way.
Her album is good.
Really? I gotta check that out.
To be nominated for as many Grammys as she's nominated for, I say she deserved that shit. Like,
is the Grammy at the end of this year or early next year?
It's February.
Okay, so
I believe it's in February.
Okay.
Oh man, this sucks. A Maryland man knowingly infected 3 women with HIV.
That's terrible.
What? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Come on, man. Y'all ain't gonna bust off in them girls like that. Come on, man. He get 30 years in prison for that shit though. He should. Motherfucker. That's just
you
not
knew
fair.
you. Come on.
Yes. That's not fair. Do you get a flu shot?
I used to, but last year and this year, me and Camille did not. But Seven does get them.
Did you notice a difference between not getting them and getting them?
No, I don't. I thank the Lord. Is this wood? But let me see your head. But anyway, no.
Knock on his hard dick.
Is that wood?
Yes.
Dirty dog.
You think girls used to date Pinocchio and be like, tell me a lie, and we sit on his face, tell me another lie. Tell me another lie. Stupid. Everybody like, where's Agnes? Somebody bring some motherfucking intelligence back in this bitch. These niggas fell off the It don't matter. Podcasts are about conversations.
That's it. That's all it's about, man.
Anyway, so hey, hit us up though. I want to know what y'all think about this impeachment shit too. Do you think it's dumb as fuck? Is it a waste of everybody's time? Does it mean something? You know what I'm saying?
I was behind it in the beginning, and I'm still for it. I can't really remember the 2 counts that they got him. Why he's been
obstruction
impeached,
of justice and some other shit.
And we cannot our Marcus, how you say it? Shayamana our Marcus.
Democracy?
Democracy.
Oh, I'm about to say what?
Yeah. So we cannot allow someone,
there's rules
taking advantage,
and you just
of
can't
that.
break the rules, which I totally understand.
And I think he did.
He did break the rules.
Yeah.
You can't say, you know what I'm saying? Yo, let me. What they're saying is that with the Ukraine, is almost like he was going to withhold defense funds for them. Unless they looked into Biden and his son, you know what I'm saying? Which I think, in a certain extent, you should look into Biden and his son because they're probably on some bullshit too. You know what I'm saying? I don't put it past any of them to not be on some bullshit. I think all of them on some bullshit. But you can't sit at the head of the table and just think you can get away with that. It's like, come on, man. You can't just man.
I felt he did. My personal I think that he did that because he got away with the other thing with the molar. Am I saying that right?
I don't think he think about none of this shit. I just think he do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't even think about it. Like, oh, was that wrong? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think he'd be like, oh, was that wrong? It'd just be like, oh, okay. Anyway, next. I don't think he looked back on anything that he did. It's like a trail of destruction all behind him, and he's still just moving forward. Like, I don't give a fuck. Knocking shit off the counter, knocking shit on the floor, breaking this, breaking that.
Because of the money he had before he came in office. Yeah. That's what he was doing then. So he comes in the office with the same mind state. Like, I don't care, dude.
I don't care.
What? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You see the Carnival cruise ships that crashed into each other in Mexico?
That's dumb.
That is crazy. All that motherfucking water.
Like they
Who was driving? Who's the captain? Fuck Captain Stubby. Like, y'all niggas is crazy as hell gonna crash
They
boats.
ran into each other.
Yeah.
Did anyone get hurt though?
Like minor shit. Like nothing dramatic happened
Well,
other than the
good.
destruction of the ships.
Yeah, of course. That's terrible.
They
both lost their jobs.
Look how big that
They
shit
both
is.
should be fired.
They a little bit. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Look at their shit. You ain't cleaning nothing. Get your ass.
She kept overlooking over here.
We should interview her.
Why are they here?
We should interview her. Like, come on here and sit down. Why you use Mr. Clean, but you don't use Spick and Span? Yeah. I made the song last night. Can I play it for you? Get first reaction. See what you think about it. All right. Let's do that.
Let's do it. How long we have?
We're here till 3.
I think so.
I would say then we got a good 35 minutes, and I'll use the last 10 to break down.
Oh, me. Do your homie. Oh, I didn't say that.
Hold me like the river. Hold on.
You know.
DJ Unique, Club Bullies. What's up?
This is called Stomp So Loud, aka Let Me Go.
Like, let me go.
You know.
When you let me go. This what happen when you, let me go. The flow so easy like tic-tac-toe. The people show love like X and O. I dive on the track like Geronimo. Watch out below when I come off top. Jimmy Fly Snicker with the belly flop. Make a splash like cannonball. A breath of fresh air like aerosol. Got you faded off my ethanol. Look in the mirror, see the overall wherewithal. Yikes. The DJ's on the mic. Any lane that I gain, I'm rolling a strike. Just give me the light and pass the dro. Then give me the light and watch me go. Yeah, give me the light, I'll start the show. Taking the light, now watch me glow. Turn up. If you don't know, now you know. Turn up. Been hot since way long ago. Turn up. Ain't no living in the past. This shit can all end in a flash. So I'ma get it while I get in is good. And I'ma do my living while I still could. So glad to be alive. So I'ma scream it out worldwide. If you need positivity, let me be your tour guide. To the left, to the right, yo, get your life. Do it once, do it right, then raise your price. It's your life. Before you say goodnight, you can smile while watching your highlights. Oh man, I did my thing. I helped lift every voice insane. Once upon a time, thought it was all about me. Now I'm one with the world with lyrical Tai Chi. Raising the frequency of the human psyche. Ever so slightly in a world that's spicy. Let's do the right thing, Spike Lee. As we think we shall become Bruce Lee. You have to be appreciative, Stan Lee. And I'm a Gemini man, Ang Lee. Come hang with me, I move shamelessly. Put the balls in the flow, come copiously. Hopefully the potency of this poetry hit you emotionally and pull you closer to me, yo. Come get this love. Free hugs, you looking at the plug. So what's up? Step up. Negative energy gets nipped and tugged. Black holes can't stop my shine. No sucking up this light of mine. This light of ours, yo, we on fire. And I let everybody know like the town crier. Oh yes, we blessed. When the trap call fresh pump money's who collect. Pinkies and thumbs, we are fam till kingdom come. We have a bond that won't be undone. Held each other down since season 1. Plus we are young and we are fun. And we keep going cause we not done. Yes, we are fly cause we Top Gun. And we hold weight like we are pun. And we don't run. Shine like the sun, what's up? Let me go. Be like, let me go, yeah. Let me go. This will happen when you let me go.
So I was just at home last night. I wanted to make something. So
okay.
That's what I made last night.
That's good.
No purpose, no point. Just wanted to make some music.
Look at you.
I think that's how it should
You ready
go.
for Christmas, man?
No.
Yeah. Did you go shopping yet or?
No.
No, Camille haven't did anything. Nothing.
KK ordered some stuff online and all that. I'm not really participating all that much this year.
Yeah.
No.
Why?
I'm a little frustrated at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I was trying to save some money so we for our Hawaii trip.
Yeah.
Next week, But
y'all going to Hawaii next week?
Not next week. I'm sorry. Next month.
Wow.
Next month.
That's gonna be exciting.
I don't know. You don't feel like it's gonna be no more. You know what I'm saying?
You okay?
No.
Hold me.
Like the river Jordan. And I wouldn't say to thee.
Well, I just hope and pray everything goes right, man.
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's looking dark.
Yeah,
it's looking dark as fuck, man.
Yeah. Well, it's always light at the end, my dude.
I guess, whatever.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, so they doing laundry. They folding up clothes and shit. And it's like these little underwear in the shit. And nobody can't figure out for some strange reason who the underwear are.
Yeah.
Can't get only one to wear drawers like that in that house.
Yeah.
My daughters don't wear thongs or nothing like that. They still trying to figure out whose it is, whatever like that. I'm at my desk. I'm zoned out. Yeah. So my eyes closed, getting all into the music and shit. Yeah. I open my eyes. Now the panties on my desk. So I come into the house. I'm like, yo, why you put these panties on my desk? Well, we don't know who they are, and your friends are the only one who wear panties. Well, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, why would I walk around with somebody's underwear?
Yeah.
It's like, these fucking drawers are yours. Who else? Don't nobody in this house wear them kind of drawers.
Yeah. And why would you bring them in the house?
Why would I have somebody's fucking underwear?
Yeah, that's just don't make. I hope. Well, I'm just playing devil's advocate. I don't want her to get mad at me.
I don't give a shit. It's like, what?
Yeah.
This ain't mine. They're not mine. I know for a fact that they're not mine. You know what I'm saying? I wear fucking briefs. Yeah. That's what I wear. And I don't store anybody else's drawers. I don't know why I would do that.
Word.
Anyway.
I'm trying to put myself in your shoes. Like if some drawers
if Camille just dropped some drawers on you, like, whose panties are these? I'm like, what the fuck? Like, nigga, yeah, I've been home. They're yours.
Yeah.
They're yours. I don't know if you forgot you bought these, or maybe they came with a costume or something that you had.
Get the DNA and scrape it up.
Gross.
I mean, like, they yours. Like the proof. Like, you know what I'm saying? If someone else didn't, that'd be funny. It'd be your DNA on it. Yeah, okay, you got me. I've been wearing them.
I want to keep it a secret.
She'd be like, "Why you just didn't tell me?"
Because it's new for me. I wanted to dance.
So dumb.
Anyway,
dude.
so I've been pissed off all weekend. I'm like, what the fuck kind of shit is this, man?
When did this happen?
Yesterday.
Oh, and it's been still. So she mad all day.
Nah, she mad. I'm mad. I'm mad because you putting this shit on me. Like, why are you putting this shit on me?
That's not fair.
What the fuck? Yeah. You need to think harder about where the motherfucking drawers came from. Yeah. Not me. Nigga, I don't wear panties, and I don't fuck with nobody that wear panties.
And she should give you a benefit of the doubt that you not that dumb.
And it's stupid. It's like, yeah, come on. You got friends that wear. I don't know what the fuck them bitches wear. The fuck?
It's probably a little demon. That little right in the corner. Like, I'm gonna get your ass back.
Ooh, go get the panties and put them over there. Ooh, we're gonna get them now. Fuck with me. Ooh, I'm the penny devil. Gotcha. Yeah. Cold in the stockings. No Christmas for you. What the
fuck? This shit is stupid.
Sorry, that was funny as hell, dude.
I guess. I'm sitting in church all mad and shit,
but you know
trying to have a soft heart.
That's how the devil is, man. They know how to manipulate stuff and bring like. And come on, man, we can be having joy right now.
Yeah.
You really gonna do this and mess this up?
Yeah.
Like,
and
okay, if you seen a man draws, just
hypothetical situation. Yeah. If I saw, I'd be like, if they're not Quay's, if they're not mine, then I'd be like, whose underwear are these?
Yeah.
I would say, whose underwear it is. I wouldn't be like, huh, you know niggas that wear drawers like this.
Yeah.
It is, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, what are you trying to say?
What?
I thought we moved past this. I thought we were better.
Not even that. Yeah. Just, you know what I'm saying? There's no basis for any of this shit.
Yeah.
This is some stupid, emotionally driven outcome. Yeah. There's no thought put into this.
Yeah.
There's no facts put into this. There's no storyline. There's no nothing. It's just an assumption that these panties ain't mine.
Yeah.
I bet you they are.
You think she just forgot, but you know
think
your
so.
drawers.
I think they came with maybe like a costume or something that she bought. Maybe they went with that.
Yeah.
Or anything. Who knows? But just to throw that shit on me, I'm like,
no, not today.
Not today.
not me. Not this time.
Not the kid.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm
well, I just bring blessings to that.
Blessings. Blessings.
Y'all take care of that and move forward.
Blessing.
I want to go to Hawaii. I'm jealous.
Don't be jealous, because that shit may not be all cracked up to be. You know what I'm saying?
It will.
I tried to get the tickets back, but you can't get no refund.
How long? Oh, you really taking this personal? You gonna get the tickets back to Hawaii?
I would.
Why?
Because we got to pay bills, is what I was told. We got bills to pay. So when you got bills to pay, you're not allowed to, that was supposed to be the fun part of it. But then trying to save to be able to spend money while there, we can't do that either. We got to pay bills and shit. So it's like I try to give all that money back. Bought tickets to this Keith Sweat show. Yeah. Go see Keith Sweat, all these 90s groups and shit like that. That shit was non-refundable too. I was like, God damn it.
Take me.
I
go.
I'm going to send her with somebody else. They can go. I don't know if I can put mine in somebody else's name, but I'm going to work there. He is dope. It's like Keith Sweat. It's like 112. It's like TLC. It's all these 90s groups. I tried to send all that shit back. I don't want to go.
I want to go.
I got to pay bills. So let me go work. Y'all go have fun. Give a fuck. Kind of shit it is.
You got to stop being so mad.
No. Bah humbug. Bah humbug.
Man.
This is so funny, man. I was all pissed off, and I posted on Facebook like I just exist to pay bills. I'm like putting it to be pissed off. Everybody else chiming in like, well, me too.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me.
It's like, I'm trying to be mad over here. Y'all niggas having fun with this shit. Like, I ain't having fun with the shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was funny. Anyway.
Well, amen, Walls.
Amen. To what?
Well, that's what they say. The preacher, when
amen,
someone
Walls?
is not agreeing with the pastor, he'll go, like if he feel like y'all sleep out there in the congregation, he go, amen, Walls.
Pastor Diego, he does that too.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, just by 5 of y'all? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, moving on. He's very entertaining. Yeah. Very entertaining. What was today's service about? Having room for Jesus.
Amen.
Because people have the holiday season.
Yes.
And they have room for Santa Claus.
Yes.
They have room for the elves.
Yes.
They have room for Rudolph.
Yes.
They got room for the presents.
Yes.
They got room for trees.
Say it, Pastor.
They got room for cookies and ice cream. But they don't got no room for Jesus.
Yes.
How you gonna have a Christmas Christ Mass? How you gonna have a Christmas with no Jesus? Yes. And it seems like people over the decades, over the years,
yes,
having Christmas with no Jesus. How about we just start calling it Miss? Well, that's what we should start calling it now. From now on, we just don't start celebrating Miss, because y'all took the Christ out of Christmas. So we want to put the Christ back into Christmas. Take Christ Mass, put it back together.
Put it back.
Christmas.
Yes.
It was a good service though.
Woo.
It was good service though.
That sounds good.
Going to church is fun. It is fun. Get your lessons. You don't got to be. I'm not a Christian. Yeah. I just like the lessons. Yeah. I like hearing what he's saying.
What are you?
Good word. I'm just a human being that likes to hear positive shit.
Yeah.
I don't subscribe to any ideology or anything like that. I like hearing the word.
Okay.
I can go to a mosque and hear what they got to say too. I can go to a Buddhist temple, hear what they got to say. Just feed my spirit. Yeah. My spirit needs to be fed. I don't give a fuck where I'm eating it from. Give me that positive shit. Give me all that shit. That's what y'all do over there? Oh, that's beautiful. Let me get some of that shit too. Turn up.
Right.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at that. I mean, hey man, do as you feel. What makes you feel good?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
The Lord's amazing.
You wake up and it's a hell. Hey, it's on you. Yo, if it's a heaven, then good for you.
Turn ups.
You know what I'm saying?
Turn up your weights.
Right on. That tight ass vest you got on.
It ain't even that tight.
It look tight.
Your shirt look
tight. Breathe out. Breathe in. Slippers and Batman suits.
I was watching last week's episode.
Batman.
You know what I realized though? I touch my nose a lot.
Why?
So this whole episode, in my mind, I'm like, don't touch your nose.
I never noticed you touch your nose.
Watch last week's episode. I do that a lot.
Well, you had a cold though.
I didn't even have a cold. I just kept touching my nose. That's like my shit. Like, I don't even snort coke. I just kept touching my nose. Yeah. So this whole episode was like, put your hands in your pocket.
I would not touch my nose today.
Do not touch your nose. Don't.
Let it itch. Let it itch.
Let it itch.
That could be a song.
Is it not? It sounds like a Trey Songz song.
No. Why? How do you get that?
No. What was his name? That was a song. It started off like that. I forgot the name of the song. Goddamn.
that guy, he's a young kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of was his only record too. Ah, man, so sorry, y'all. If I do it, I play it right now.
He does a lot of stuff for other people too. I'm trying
to
think it start with a J.
Ooh, Jeremiah.
That's who it is. See how good that is. We are team.
Damn it! So my other computer get turned up.
The ball.
It's right there.
Shoot the ball. Dancing, pantsing, plants them all.
We just rambling on.
We are. Sorry, you guys. It wasn't really no topics, you know.
We wanted to interview Agnes, but she only had like 15 minutes.
She only had 15 minutes of fame.
She's like, I gotta go. Y'all about to get y'all dumb on me.
It was a good interview though, right?
Yeah,
she's really.
She looked just like Camille.
You think so?
I mean, in the face. I mean, most Filipinos all look alike. They do. But they look alike both because they got the glasses and shit. Same facial structure. Ain't they family?
No,
so they not. Ain't they cousins?
No, not by blood.
Really?
Yeah.
Then by island though.
So
they look alike.
Okay.
I'm saying niggas look alike.
Okay.
Turn up. All right. I guess we can start breaking down.
Yeah. That's it.
Fuck. Wish you had more shit to talk about.
Merry Christmas to all.
Still going down in Hong Kong.
And happy. Are we doing New Year?
Yeah, we got one more before, and that's episode 52. So we need a good guest or something for that one. That's number 50.
Let me see. Can I get my boy to do it?
Which one? Don't even put him on blast.
Okay.
Right if we do. That'd be cool though. We got one for that'd be 50th, and that's the last one of 2019.
Word.
It's got to be good. Word. You know, I want to. I'm really interested in this. I want to interview somebody that has like deep roots in India, roots in India, because I really want to know why did they rape those women so much in India? What the fucking fuck?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know that they do that.
Awful over there.
Really?
I'm pretty. I mean, it's bad everywhere, but it's awful there. Like
I know
because it's like gang rapes and shit.
But
and
I know someone
those women.
That's from India, and maybe I can talk to him.
It's got to be like a journalist or somebody who has information.
He's a writer.
I really want to know. I'm really interested to find out.
He's cool as hell though.
Why is it so bad? It's so bad. It's really bad. Like, I mean, I care about our sisters and all that. You know, I care about every ethnicity, but that story comes across my timeline every now and then about another woman that got either gang raped and murdered, or you know what I'm saying, gang raped with some shit, and then it goes to court, and sometimes the courts just throw it out. Like it's almost like they don't fucking like women in India. Like, why
are you serious?
It's so bad. Well, it's very bad.
Did you read this or
no? Yeah. This was maybe a week ago that I read the latest story. These guys that gang raped this woman and killed her and shit. And it's like, what terrible. The fuck, man? Like, what's going through your mind as a group? Nobody in that group is like, yo, we should not do this. Everybody's just tapped into that same energy of like, what the fuck, man?
I look at it. I know this sounds terrible, but it's like if you dance, you hear a good song, right? And you dance, and then another person, and it brings on a crowd, and it's that energy. It's like that same thing, but it's a negative, evil, demonic energy, right? One person does it, and you see them, and they just charm in, and they just all gather and does this evil deed. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I do know what you're saying. Like people are getting caught up in that energy.
Like, it's like hatred.
But
right?
even if you have that big large group of people that's feeling the dance and all getting the time, you still have the people that's on the outside watching that maybe didn't feel that same energy. So they have an objective view. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to dance. Like I see what you guys are doing. It's great what y'all doing, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Nobody in that group could be like, I don't want to do this, guys. Or maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
So I typed in India rape problem in my Google shit, and there's already stories written that said what is behind India's rape problem.
Oh, that's
a number of rape cases in India in the past few months have put a spotlight on the issue of gender-based attacks in the country. Experts said deep-seated patriarchy has created second-class status for women in India. That is what they're saying. The men think that they are above the women and they just treat them wherever they want. In January last year, an 8-year-old girl in Jammu and Kashmir was brutally raped and murdered. The Muslim girl was allegedly kidnapped, confined using sedatives, and repeatedly gang raped in a temple. She was strangled and then hit with a heavy stone. What the fucking fuck?
That's terrible. They should all die.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, this is mind-boggling to me. Even if you think somebody's a second-rate citizen, you would do that to a human being? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's an 8-year-old child.
A child. That's demonic, though.
See, shit like this, I don't have no sympathy for you pieces of shit. Like I can't believe that there's nothing in your mind that would want to stop you from doing this. Like
grown men. You're not even man, though. You're an animal. You're worse than an animal.
What does this mean? Rape is a non-bailable. It's a non-bailable offense in the Indian Penal Code. People don't get bail because of lack of evidence. Their accused are often sheltered by police, politicians, or even lawyers. We have a patriarchal society in India which gives more importance to men. Women are usually considered second-class citizens. Children internalize this at a very young age. A girl's wishes and her opinions are not considered as important as that of a boy's. The female child learns to be subservient from the beginning. Fuck, man.
It's crazy.
Fuck, man. Oh my God. Experts point out that violence against girls and women usually take place in their immediate surroundings. According to the National Crime Records Bureau data from 2017, 93%, that is 93% of all rapes in India are perpetrated by people known to the victim. These could be family members, friends, neighbors, employers, and even online friends. So it's people that they know.
That's crazy.
What the fucking fuck, man? We need to find some good news. I don't want to end on this note, but this shit is a travesty.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's why I'm all for equality. I'm all for equality.
Me too, man.
Because no one's a second-rate citizen. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has something that they can contribute toward making Earth a better place.
Everyone.
I think everyone can. But oh my gosh. Well, in other news, Nick Cannon dropped another whack-ass diss song aimed at Eminem, this time trying to get black people on his side by playing an old clip that Eminem made and already apologized for like 20 years ago. The song was just awful. It was an awful song.
It was terrible, but at the same token, when I heard it, I never knew of this Eminem.
Yeah,
I never knew this history.
It was because of a girl that he had dated, and she broke up with him, so he was mad at her. So since he was mad at her, he was mad at all black women.
But you can't.
But that's a young kid. He was a fucking like 17, 18 when he made that shit.
But at the same token, I give no excuse for that.
I do because I know everybody says shit when they're emotional. But human beings are emotional pieces of shit.
But what I'm trying to say is it some truth to it? Because the thing is, like, people, we so quick, and it's okay, we forgive. You supposed to. But at the same token, I remember Justin Bieber.
That run nigga.
Like, but
I remember that joke from when I was in middle school, though.
Forgive that, but certain things you just can't.
But I was in middle school when we used to say that joke. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do it like it was a racist thing. We did it like it's a fucking ignorant little kids telling a joke thing. We did the same thing in middle school. Am I saying it's right? No, I'm not saying it's right at all. But I am saying that we've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as a kid, you don't know. If you're 12 years old, you do a run nigga joke. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't know. Yeah. And then being the fact that, you know what I'm saying, he's surrounded by black people all the time, and you know what I'm saying, I can't say that he's a racist. Same thing with Eminem. I can't say that how could you say that he's a racist when all his best friends are black and shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, just because somebody points out a skin color, I think a lot of the times it's racial. I don't think it's racist. Does it get a pass for that? No. I think I don't know what happened for the whole situation from then, but I think he's already paid for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure he's had conversations with either 50 Cent or Dr. Dre. I'm pretty sure they didn't just let that shit slide. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this one was a stretch from Nick Cannon. Just on the mere fact, I didn't like the fact that it took 2 minutes before the goddamn song even started. Like, it's just like sound clips for the whole first 2 minutes. I'm like, come on, Nick. Come on, man. I think Eminem is just ignoring him now, which I kind of understand, because like, if you dope and somebody that's not dope, but I don't know, Nick is popular, but he's not dope. So why am I gonna go at you? You not dope. Like, I'm gonna really sit down and write some shit to go at you. I could murder you. Why would I murder you? Yeah. It's too easy. I don't know. I can't speak on behalf of Eminem. I can't do that. But I think Nick should stop.
But I know why Nick is doing it too, because it brings fuel to the flames, and it's exciting for him to keep his name. Not to say that he needs that, but and it's entertainment at the same time for him. And I don't think he think no way of it if he say something or not. And I don't think he feels like he's reaching with that last song. It's like bringing awareness to people who didn't know, like me. And does it take from Eminem? To me, personal, it did. But at the same token, like, because I never knew of this song, but at the same time, it doesn't take that he's still a dope MC. He's still, he's still ill, but I don't know if you.
Somebody posted Eminem living rent free in this man's head.
Exactly.
I hate the comments. If I want to laugh at some dumb shit, I'll go to the comments. They say we have to give Nick some credit. It's hard to be this fucking terrible. Nick Cannon is so garbage. He's the only one who can expose a racist line from a white rapper, and then he's the one that gets canceled. Oh my gosh. Okay, this shit got like 2 million listens, 23,000 likes, and 161,000 thumbs down. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Just stop now. Just stop now. This is not giving you
I think he takes it a bit personal too, because he did mention him on the Fat Joe song. He's like, why are you doing that? But he's digging himself in the hole.
He is.
And it's like kind of stop, but he's like, he don't care. I don't think Nick cares.
It don't sound like he cared. Because if he cared, he would have put some more time into what he's about to say.
But he never been a like.
He hasn't, but still, I would say instead of dropping these out so fast, maybe spend like a week and get your bar super tight, and maybe don't be so cocky to think you could do it by yourself. I don't know if he's getting help or not, but maybe all them battle rappers that you be sitting around with, let them help you. Yeah. Let them help you with your punchlines and shit. Like, I don't know.
You don't think they writing that for him?
It don't. If they are, that's even worse. If you got some professional
delivery, if I wanted to like the last song, and I was just like,
it was even on the last one. They spent the whole time complimenting Eminem. You know what I'm saying? It was funny. It was funny.
At the end of it,
it was funny. I don't know.
He needs to quit it.
I would just leave it alone.
While you're ahead,
he ain't even ahead.
Yeah.
And then did you see he posted I think it was on Twitter, I won, battle over, or something like that shit. The shit that people was chiming in on, I'm like, God damn, man, like the internet has no chill.
I got him.
Yeah, there we go. Nick Cannon getting roasted saying that he won the Eminem beef. Wait a minute. Okay, so Nick Cannon originally posted at Eminem, I won. This has been fun. Now back to your regularly scheduled programs. Somebody posted, I've never heard anyone say, hey, yo, put some of that Nick Cannon on.
That's terrible.
The real winner is the YouTube dislike button. Nick, come on. I'm not taking any sides here, but this has gone way too far. I don't even know who put that. Hold on.
That's crazy, dude.
Oh, God. Almost 5 million followers and didn't even get 500 likes. They went in on him. Anyway, I thought it would have been good if it would have been like what we said last time, have Nick Cannon and all his cronies get together and have Eminem and like have all his cronies get together and do like a live rap battle. That's for the culture. That would be dope. But I don't think that's going to happen now. Because if I was Eminem, I wouldn't do that either, because this shit would be a waste of my time. This shit has been garbage. Somebody just throwing shit at your house. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get somebody to clean this shit off my house, and I'm going to keep on going. I'm not even going to feed into that shit.
But people don't even speak on about the other guy that Eminem battled. Did you think Eminem...
The MGK?
Yeah.
I thought MGK won that one.
Okay.
Keep it real.
Yeah.
I thought MGK won that one. Now, where Eminem started, not Eminem started, but when Eminem had his on Eminem's last album, I thought he got MGK good.
Yeah.
But MGK's comeback was better than Eminem's comeback.
Okay.
So I would say MGK won that battle.
Do you listen to his music?
No, I do not.
No? Okay.
No, I do not. nothing against him. I just don't listen to it. It ain't my shit. Anybody who's sad all the time or whatever, life's so hard, blah blah. I don't want to listen to that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what he's about.
Kind of. Like I don't. It's not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Go hug a cat or pet a puppy. I don't fucking know what to tell you to do. But whatever. Anyway, be sure to subscribe, hit like, share. Thank you so much for you guys.
Thank you.
Spending time with us. It's the Unique and Cheese Show.
Cheese Show.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at the Unique and Cheese Show. And on Gmail, send us any questions and concerns, anything like that. Send it to the Unique and Cheese Show at gmail.com.
Big Kwanzaa.
Are you really gonna eat that thing?
No,
I don't take shit from strangers.
I don't
can't
do that.
Bless her heart. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
She's like, I got a whole bag of them. Like that really tricked me though. Like he gonna eat it. Nah, baby.
Give me that bitch like. I'll be like, jeez. It was the candy cane. Yeah, I don't eat people. I don't like people.
Oh, real quick before we leave, did you watch The Good Times?
No, because when I went on Hulu, it wouldn't play. But I'm gonna go check it out. Was it good?
It was pretty cool.
Did it have Jamie Foxx again?
No, Jamie Foxx's daughter.
What?
Yeah, she was Dema.
What?
She did good. She did good.
I'm gonna watch that.
I was proud. I was like, good job, man.
I'm gonna watch that.
Good job. Yeah.
I saw the last one with his All in the Family. Man, that was some racist ass shit.
I didn't like Michael though.
Somebody play it. Okay, I gotta see it.
Yeah, I was like, come on, they could have did it better, Michael. JJ, like they could have did him better than that. But your boy played JJ good though.
Who played?
What's the comedian that does the he does the imitation voices? He was on SNL. He got fired. Felony. What's his name?
Oh shit!
You know who I'm talking about. He does Jay-Z. He does all those. You know what I'm talking about.
Not Michael Che. What's his name? Did you All in the Family?
He did. No, it wasn't. It was the Good Times.
Good Times. Yeah. Live TV.
We're lucky we got them.
Good Times cast.
Good Times.
Excuse me, I really mean that.
I'm sleepy.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Is the old one or is the new one? No, it's Good Times right there. Live in front of a studio audience. Oh, that was the Jeffersons one. I don't want to see that one.
No, you want Good Times. You want Good Times, man.
Good Times cast. Jay Farrell.
Yeah.
Viola Davis.
Oh, she did good. She was a good. What was the lady name?
Damn.
She was good though. She was really good. She should have had her neck.
Oh, that Tiffany Hatcher's on there too.
Oh, she was good. She was good.
Word. She was Bologna.
Yeah.
Florida Evans.
Yes, sir.
Florida. Oh, Esther. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Esther Rose. John Amos still alive? I think he's still alive.
I kind of got that your boy kept messing up his lines a little bit.
Which one?
The original James, because he came in there as someone else. Like he was a
JJ came in there?
No, not JJ. The other brother.
The father?
The father. What's his real
John
name?
Amos was on there?
Yeah.
Turn up.
He was a congressman on there, and he was like kind of messing up his lines a little. Well, it wasn't bad though.
I ain't used to doing it live. I can't do his voice.
Yeah. It was like it was one point like somebody shake him. It was like he was hesitating. Yeah, like you do a part, I do a part, and I'm like, are we still on? Yeah, he was pausing a lot.
You mean you want some cereal? Oh man, we went to go see A Christmas Carol at this theater in
You and the fam?
In Upland yesterday. That was really cool. I thought the actors did a tremendous job.
Yeah.
They all had their little British accents and shit. They just did a really good job. So hats off to the cast and crew that did A Christmas Carol at the what was the name of that theater?
D'Angelo.
The one in Upland. I forgot the name of the theater, but it was
Joe
good though.
Frazier.
There was this one. It was a young girl.
Maya Angelou Theater.
Yes, the Maya Angelou Theater. It was this one young girl. I thought she did a tremendous job. You ever see like when somebody's doing good at something, you just feel like, wow, this motherfucker's good. Like
really good.
Yeah, it was a little boy too. Yeah. The youth that they had in this thing, they were really good. Especially if their accents were fake. Yeah. It's like, bravo, you motherfuckers are good. Like it was good.
That's how I felt when I was reading her articles.
Word.
I was like, man, she's really good.
Word.
Like I didn't know. Like you see someone every day and not knowing exactly what they do for a living. You know what I mean?
Was you reading and you like taking your pants off? It's like, what this motherfucker? This shit is. Then you start taking your shirt off, like, and then you take some ice, and you was like, articles of Confederation. We're in overtime right now. Yeah,
I don't know where this going.
I don't either.
That was ridiculous.
I'm sorry, Agnes. Do you ever do ice on the nipples? I don't do no nipple stuff. I don't think that shit feels good. Like we're not built like women are. So I don't think we got the same nerve endings.
I love your girl was on Breakfast Club.
Who?
Tiffany Haddish, and she was explaining. Recently? Yeah, I think so. I'm thinking it was a recent episode, but she was talking about how we are women. I mean, we are girls when we were.
Yeah, at first.
Yeah, and how she explained it really clear, and I knew this, but not to the point how she explained it. Word. You got to check it out though, like how our penis, before it was a penis, it was a peck. It was, before it was a TT, it was a peck. And how it comes out. No, she breaks it down.
I'm not saying she's wrong.
No, you got to check it out. I was like, you go.
I'll listen to it. I got to get through. I haven't gotten through her stand up yet though. The one her Black Bar Mitzvah.
No, I haven't checked that one out.
It was okay. It was okay so far what I've seen. I just haven't finished it yet though. Okay. I got to get motivated to finish it.
Wow. So what are you saying?
I'm just saying I got to get motivated to finish it. It wasn't bad.
You didn't have to motivate yourself to see Dave Chappelle.
But that's different. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's Unique and Cheese Show. Wash your ass and brush your teeth, all your teeth and your ashes and your teeth with your ass and your teeth. Make sure they're clean. Dirty ass. I'm gonna press the stop button down.
Go push it.
Ow!